let me finish my point.
I'm very curious.
Thank you. I think when you ask the question, who is the militarized law enforcement there to protect, and who are they there to protect from? And so often in this country, particularly, that is how law enforcement swelled their ranks. There was so much violence against people of color, black people in particular in this country, that they said it's okay to beat a black person, to murder a black person, but you gotta be wearing a badge when you do it.
Who are the victims?
Do you want to listen, or do you can't talk and listen at the same time?
Well,
let me just tell you. It doesn't sound like it. My point to you is, I am telling you on the front lines what is happening. And there are militarized police force going in harassing longtime law-abiding citizens of Washington, D.C. And so when we, who are probably a little more familiar with American history perhaps than you, look at the military turning the police force on its own people, we remember the examples like Tulsa, when law enforcement dropped bombs on its own community. We know what it is like to have people.
From that, though.
We are not so far. We are not so far from that. We are not so. We are actually not so far from that.
We need to bring some numbers.
I despise when they do this. He knows what she's trying to get to here. It's very simple. For people of color, the police treat us differently. Even Mr. Clean knows this. You're a bald-ass white dude in a suit. No cop is ever looking twice at you. Not even once. But he knows this. All white people know this. Just some act like this kind of discrepancy doesn't exist. And in my view, they do this because they're bigots. You always have this. These Republicans say, oh, how police makes them feel so safe and warm inside. Okay, yes, I understand this. The police, with no context, of course it's going to make you feel safe. But when you add the context of your skin color, yes, you get treated differently. And that's why a lot of people of color have a somewhat negative view of police. Not all of them, obviously, it's not an absolute, but it's just that we don't always feel safe with them around. Is it so hard for you to understand why? And I think this is nonsense. I need to stop saying that. Like, they know what they're doing here. They don't want to admit something is wrong, because then it means treating everyone fairly. And that's the problem. They don't want that. They don't want equality because they do not see us as equals. It's that simple. I mean, if I'm wrong here on my thoughts, let me know in the comments. I love seeing what you guys think, regardless.
Into this. Washington, D.C. has a net loss of 500 police officers since 2020. They are undermanned. The D.C. police union supports what Donald Trump's doing. They think it's working. We've gone 13 days without a murder in Washington, D.C. in August, the heat of the summer. That never happens. This is going to be the lowest number of murders in August on record.
That actually is not true.
We're changing the changing the goalposts.
And that's a lie.
The lowest number of murders in August, but just earlier this year, in February, 16 days without any murders.
Oh, it has happened before. It doesn't tend to happen in August. It doesn't tend to happen this summer.
I think that's completely arbitrary.
No, it's not. The heat of
it's not.
No, everyone knows summer's a high crime.
Hold on a second.
High crime time.
I just think it is pretty arbitrary to just say, well, in August.
Okay, CNN's own reporting.
Happened.
Let's go. Okay, let's go to more stats.
It's happened earlier this year.
CNN's own reporting.
But it's obvious that if you fill the streets with cops, like, obviously, guess what? If you fill the streets with tanks, even more crime is going to go down. Like, obviously. But what happens when they leave? Like, these guys are so stupid. They're acting like this is not a performance. This is all nonsense. It's already been reported. They're not even going to the neighborhoods where there is crime. This is all a show.
Says crime is down 19% from the weeks before.
I didn't say that it wasn't down.
So is it working? Is it helping?
I didn't say that it wasn't down. I'm just saying
the police say it helps.
That this has never happened before.
First of all, let me just tell you, a lot of people do not care what the police think or what the police unions think. They themselves are quite problematic. And if you want to talk about CNN's own reporting, we should look to Daniel Dale, who did an amazing job of real-time fact-checking the parade of lies Donald Trump purported in his press.